Alright everyone, little bit of a different intro than the normal videos, but I am sitting here waiting very patiently for the maintenance period to end so that I can start my polls on this awesome banner that we are going to be getting. But I wanted to give you guys some important information about this banner here, even though you can't go wrong with it. And this banner is super hype. It's hype for several reasons. First of all, take a look at the actual units that are featured. I mean, just at a glance here, we've got some of the most desirable units in the game. Blue Demon Meliodas, Green Escanor, Red Gother, Green Merlin, and Blue King. This, I think, is also the first time that you've been able to summon Blue King in a banner. I could be wrong on that, but I mean, man, these are some of the craziest units featured in this banner. But the other super hype thing about it is the actual chances of getting an SSR. In a regular banner, you get a 3% chance to get an SSR. In this banner, however, you have a 7% chance to get an SSR. That's more than double the odds, which is insane, especially considering how crazy the units are. Now, I know we had a similar type of special pickup draw a long time ago that also had 7% rates, but this one is way better. And it's way better because the units that are actually featured on it are just much better. The last one, first of all, I don't think Escanor was even out at that point yet, so it didn't have Escanor. And then a lot of the Sins, it was not their great version. It was kind of their weaker version. So, you know, this one is by far better, and you can't go wrong with it. Now, what I mean by that is, if you do decide to do pulls on this banner, you shouldn't feel bad about it. It's not like your gems are going to go to waste. The value is there. Not just the units, but the value. Like, worst case scenario, well, I guess you could get really unlucky and do all your pulls and not get anything, which would be tragic with 7% rates. But, you know, even if you don't get the versions of the Sins that you really want to use, I mean, you're still going to get a decent amount of coins for the gems that you actually spend. Those boosted rates make a very big difference for this. But even though you can't go wrong, it might not necessarily be the best opportunity for you personally to actually pull. And I say that especially to free-to-play players who don't really have a lot of gems saved up for this. Another important note about this is that there is a limit of 10 times. So if you are a super whale, you know, don't get used to 7% rates with these crazy units. You can't even go super crazy whaling out on this because after 300 gems, that'll be the maximum number of summons you can do. But what do I mean by when I say if you're free to play with not a lot of gems, this might not be the best opportunity, and that's just because of some of the teasers and other info that we actually got with these update notes about what's coming in the future of the game. And I want to point out here that in the update notes, we actually got info of the Fight Festival season rules that are going to be added to the game. So we've got our season rule here, which is going to start the beginning of August and run kind of 2/3 of the way through August for 3 weeks here, which applies an effect which increases HP related stats when an ally dies. But more importantly here, and I'll point out why this is important, is we also have the info for the Week 1, Week 2, and Week 3 specific weekly buffs. So there's the season rule, and then there is the weekly buffs. And if you actually take a look at what the weekly buffs are, you can get quite a bit of info from it, especially from the Week 2 and the Week 3. So if you look at Week 2, decreases all heroes' damage taken by 50% when assuming stances. Well, I wonder what that could mean for the time frame of, you know, that August 10th or August 16th for what unit might be coming to the game. If you've got, you know, decreases all heroes' damage taken by 50% when assuming stances. Well, this is really looking like Estarossa right here, right? Because of his second card right here, assumes a stance which taunts enemies for 1 turn and inflicts damage to 240% of attack via counter when attacked. So, you know, you've got that, you know, Week 2 season rule, or the weekly buff, kind of working with, you know, Esterossa's functionality. So it's not 100% confirmed, of course, but I mean, this is about as close to a confirmation from Netmarble as you can get without them just simply saying it. It would be very strange to release these weekly buffs and the Fight Festival rules without actually releasing Estarossa at that point. So, and then you take a look at Week 3 as well. Increases all heroes' damage dealt with single target attacks by 50%. Well, who does that look like right there? that's looking a lot like the release of Derriere, right? Because you've got her single target card right here, which is just purely raw damage, right? You don't have anything else attached to her card. It's just strictly 240% single target damage, 360% rank 2, and 600% for the rank 3. And her second card, of course, is going to give her additional basic stats as well as evasion. So that's kind of looking like the lineup for the next few weeks worth of units. So we have a rough timeline, not confirmed, but pretty close to it, of some of the units that are coming in the future as well. And what does that mean? Well, now that really wraps back around to that point of this crazy banner and why I said you can't go wrong with it. Like, if you summon, no matter if you're free to play, not free to play, if you do all 10 pulls, not 10 pulls, the value is there. You shouldn't regret it, and you should still feel good about it. But, you know, especially with that timeline, with the Fight Festival, if you really are trying to save up for Estarossa or Derriere, now we know there's an extremely likely chance that they're going to be dropping in the next few weeks. So if you do decide to spend all of your gems on this banner, for example, then it might be very, very difficult as a free-to-play player to have the gems for Estarossa or Derriere when they do come out. So it's an important consideration to make. And I wanted to point that out there. I really don't think that you can go wrong with this banner. I don't think you can go wrong with saving for Estarossa, Derriere. It really all depends on what your goals are and what brings you the most enjoyment. I still know there's a lot of people out there who are going to be skipping this. They're going to be skipping Estarossa, Derriere, and they are going all out for Lost Vein Meliodas. That's totally fine too. You know, whatever you are doing in the game, the most important thing is do what brings you the most enjoyment. Plan it out, think it out. Just don't find yourself in a situation where you hastily spend all your gems without really thinking about it and then realize that you made a big mistake. But I wanted to point that out there, or put that out there. And another important thing is I still have not actually done my Attack on Titan summons. I know some of you guys think I'm crazy with that, and I've been seeing a lot of comments, but I actually did this on purpose. I even put out a video on the channel saying I was going to wait until this week to see what the announcements are, because I wanted to min-max and optimize the gem refund event that's going on, where we get all those rewards from 600 gems. I'm also slowly accumulating those Attack on Titan tickets to see if I can actually get some of the collaboration units without having to dip into gems. So I'm really, really happy that I did. I know there's also another Bond banner that is coming out as well with this special banner, but that's going to be a skip for me. I don't think it's going to be worth it. Maybe if you're a whale or a collector, you can go ahead and do a few pulls. It's kind of up to you, but the real value in these two new banners is the special one with the 7% rates and all these new units. So man, I'm super excited. Like I said, I'm waiting here patiently for this maintenance period to end, but that's going to be it for the video. So I hope that you guys enjoy. If you did and you want more videos like this, consider subscribing to the channel. Feel free to leave a quick like as well. It means more than you can imagine. Thank you to all of you who do that. And more Grand Cross Global videos should be popping up on the screen right about now, or in the suggested videos to right or below. Feel free to check them out. More fun videos just like this on the channel. We're over 100 videos now, so thanks again, everyone. Have a great day. This is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.